One instant, one moment at this Thursday, the 9th March 2016. I am ending something I started yesterday. I will be a provoker, but the reality of my life is provoker in the senses of who I exist. So I shouldn't exist and I should die for the people supposedly do not have the problems they got. I want you to remember something, if you can, of what it means, what this whole thing is about. I have been birthed whenever the reality came through the clear fact of ending what had to be ended, which is not us. I mean, the clear fact of the worldly humanity and the right to making. But before I'd been birthed, there existed one elemental which were called all over the world Discaro Drefosta. Then, if you won't forget for what it really were, the history, all through the moments that humanity went through, and even counting which this, the Reichs, were around, Reichmo, that like your Reicha, somebody can say, which were actually Reichti, that at the reality of what it meant, plural, will just deliver. Then, while I'm through this situation, is exactly the clear elemental for what this is moving around. And where this organization is called the Partnat. In other terms, where the AAA, the DID, the SS, the BIM, and others called KGB, while we're not KGB, but Kimpato. And in fact, the KGB, with a very pressure in situations for certain other class of factors, and around here were, as Armada Argentina. So suddenly, in the middle of this all, we found the Blekirer Fofmatzer Religious Barretsmat Lesserschwatzim. And this Kafna and Narot, which were called so often, not but Jewish, but Baricano and Darasco, which were Illuminati, were exactly the class of traits that still we can see today. Arise, while and through those sects of degenerados y criminales, Sodom and Gomorrah, between others, were exactly the class of a Bleki Bohar Fachman Sahish Vasanatlin, and Lekim Bohras Fachalagabasa. Then the reality of this delivered into Bleki Bohar Sushvat, the Kahar, Fachalakibisosman, Tachman, Visoslimi, and Bleki Bohar Faslimisist, and Keverharisosvat Visoslim. Then there were the whole infrastructure that we see today at this Rasos Abominados Degenerados, considered of the government of the Republic of Argentina, Kirchners and them supposed expertises of national security and everything. The whole. And also them supposed expertises of the whole mental health. And also them expertises of the whole. We control the terrorism, we make intelligence, making bruja de mierda Sodom and Gomorrah, chap. And delivering, they come first and we will steal them, which every day we existed and will ever. Because of they conceits to be the whole, they says. Because of their lives they demand. All through this, they were disappearing and murdering people all around. If you won't ever let trapped the reality of what history put it aware to your person. Once the remaining snaka, the captaros, that were very called for the terrorism and anti-terrorism all around the world, and especially for what were the closed sessions for capitalists all over the states, telling what were about this and how will we do. And popularly Argentina knew this like La Tasquera, which is exactly the same. Then La whole Argentina were exactly Armada Argentina, Ejército Argentino, and the whole of the heads of this barrazo degenerados, which today makes what we are suffering, called at the beginning La Brujeria, and today is La Troviano, which is exactly that. 666, Sodom and Gomorrah, and Grand Whore Evangelic, Grand Whore Francisquera, and Kirchnerera, and Brastarera, and Peronistera, which are all together. So, other reality I have been found here since yesterday. I just came back in a frustration because of I came for more temperatures for the reason of problems we have because of I want to leave, and the problem of that I wouldn't leave because of I would like for this and destroy it. Other reality reactas pactada. Well, at Aeroparque Jorge Newbery, Buenos Aires, North Costanera or Coaster Road, here in Buenos Aires, is cut them down with the pardon of victims. There were 5 persons, friends of mine, waiting for me, and thank God we could taking them out with no dying. So through this all, supposedly I will just approach with the supposed coverage of the supposed parties and friends, while I will just nearing an evangelista degenerado cabezas, that always ones, except the list I given to your honor. All making the favor for they are waiting there, they are waiting here, and making the briefing for trap them all because of their own criminals and everything they has been observed because of love cadenas, delusional Lucifer, everyone. Jedim, for everyone else. And serve the path Sodom and Gomorrah, and Adonai doesn't use his demons. Adonai puts orders and is clean. Like ever after El Chai, clean. Holy, honest, orders, place, justice, truth. Adonai doesn't use Lucifer, Adonai is himself. Now, Galki Morrev Fechaliki, Swachliki Shossebat, Rembableki Morrev Bachla, Haseva Shoswati. Then in the middle of this reality, there were happening that anyone that had a very capacity all around, and any weird on UFO, mind control, some special gift, some anointed power, some condition of miracles and anything, were always around, disappearing people and putting others on. Oh, I'm sorry, but I would always hear what's the problem. Where for about 3 centuries happening there, it's all around the world, and if anyone has registers, please remember. Really, remember, were happening and still does. And the situation where once the problem off, supposedly everything were a very calm down, oceans and no storms and everything were just like stars above with a very deep blue to watch and the right noble ramasi, la donna bella, la moon and maspora. Right shiny upon the so soft ocean. Oh my God. But the problem is under the ocean still were, like we were telling you, were the translating, sucking up, chupándose, ripping out people, kidnapping, disappearing, raptures of hell, another rapture. Now, the reality, that most of the weirdest, how illusory the man forgets. The pain and the suffering, the agony and the stress, how bothers at the point that whenever some abductive or some witch around, calmámelos a todos y sigamos haciendo lo mismo porque nosotros mandamos. And further witches think that we have Adon, and Adon says, off. The problem is, we command, make it up worse now. And if there's necessary, kill whom? So suddenly in the middle of this all, we're permanently making the same, and the reality differential is I have reduced them until 97 to 98% over the world. And we get done, and he delivers some lies, and thinks he's doing something. Really, beware. You are making that for deflecting attention and putting the orders and controlling. So keep on doing this. And taking your, I have my career, I have my money, my prestiges. Of course we do this too. Who is the fag? Perra. Now, sorry the words, but it's a little further textual than this. with not being, of course. Rembadlegi massa halegi spatla abadlegi so smakli maharabasi fiat sibakti khanansen. Galegi maharaba halegi spatla men faraba so slav so smasima plagin. And legi maharaba so slav. So sadly in maharaba halegi spatsima plavaman intel batrana halegi so slegi batlegi vasakhavaswa am legi maharaba sivan. I have a very disformed image. This is an Android, not a professional serious camera, neither a DRMT for filming. But you are going to see two enormous volume and my reduced. It's not static. What I'm coming for, trying to give you a picture, and neither for the view. Sorry. So sorry. I will be class of. Sir, I'm sorry. Can I ask you for something? I need, if you please let me know what a gentleman would be like. You know what? One thing I'm going to tell you. Those are hell animal. There are no gentlemen at all. And by the way, the clear fact of this soul delivers in two. I am court for one reason. The demons are not put for the making this class of a shit, and are not surrounded for the class of a shit, and to the demon you don't take nothing of God away, while the supposed demon will only read this work must him. The demon is only demon. And whatever, however profane, remains demon ever. The situation is, you don't rape and destroy and murder to sacrificial making, and you don't make colita de quadril, canting palo, with a photo on the mouth, on the under supposed vagina ass, sorry the word, and to make it the fallacy and saying 8 months this lastes is all okay. Rots a little bit, but whenever you rape the blood cleans. On my face, for I will be a demon. The powers of the heaven, in the supposed powers of the phallus and vagina, for there to be supposed glorious and the sacrificial, and saying that they are going to be in heaven like that. So Omega used to. Because of this, exactly this. So, this class of things, I came in fighting and saying no more. And are making still a business about my life and this struggle of making all over and certain denounces, like the most of all here in this neighborhood, but not all, and the most of everyone in this disgusting town, especially Kirchners, and the whole associated too, whatever to say that I will be a dangerous one, that I can jump and attack anybody, that cannot talk to the mother because of he's the screaming all the day and all the night, and making all my kind of tenement. We don't know what to expect in this, and also we saw it, and nobody sees a thing, and makes whatever for a coin, for a career, for a car, for a house, and for the having the favor of a sickness called una familia tan prestigiosa y tan poderosa en el mundo. No venir a hacer una cosa así. De generación mierda, Kirchners. Everyone. And keeps murdering people and destroying people. And you don't do that into a demon. And you don't do that into a demon. And you don't murder people or rape people saying you're going to pay for what you said and done to us. Into a deliverer's sick one. Perras. And you don't go to genocide for a demon tells you and supposedly will put you in the hell. No culture, no ethnics delivers into a demon to have power. So they're making something like only God can do. And whoever to consider to believe in this ain't not this class because of they trains to shape and manipulating sectorially. For everybody to believe us can handle while for words into making the abominations we suffer. So I came on announcing this since before I started my job at January 1st, 2005. And since before, people were aware because of Father and I were always with me and I with him because of I own the reality of who I am. And he owns everything I exist because of he is my owner. And he made them my existence complete. And I am who I am. And no matter the words, no matter the situation, I will always be Aliyah. And the situation is, I matter. The same everyone which is worth aid, and everyone which as victims is considered for justice and for mercy. And matters the reality and matters everything which is said and done for the reason of what you do as the thing, what you do as the feeling, and what you act for wording and toward that is exactly what you produce. And about this soul, you don't have no doubt. They are abominable, and they are criminals, and they are Pharaoh's share, and they don't stop until they get what they want or die. So suddenly at the truth of this, I'm gonna tell you again, I don't waste time. I don't need to ill myself. I don't need to ill nobody. I am not living for every time are trying to murder, and it's exactly what will ever happen. And supposedly I will fall, I will be trapped because of evangelistas degenerados. Keeps on delivering that they seize me, and Lord tell them, and Lord put them supposedly aware that I will do everything that they desires for the having all I got, for the proof everything I got, and I wouldn't live from here because of they wouldn't embarrass the patriot. So the reality is that keeps on delivering that I will be robbing them for being internated with perros de general of K in the hall of a psychiatrist, the room, the chestalt, the generation Kirchners and peronistas to make the business with chestalts that generates Cuerpo Médico Forense Argentino with the pardon of some around, which we are going to still fighting, but I can't say at this moment what it's going to be around. So in the middle of this sickness, it happened still the same. And for a coin, and for a job, and for a supposed prestigious, the witch and the sorcerer came in me, the magician came in me, nobody takes out. The evangelic Satan came in me, nobody takes out. Diablos, y el diablo no da. La persona del reino de los cielos, ni lo que le pertenece. Y el que tocó y profanó, inventó y se organizó, de la muerte no salió. Y el que mató por tratar de mostrar que se dobleguen y que se haga su voluntad está muerto eterno y no sale de ello. Por todos los siglos se van a acordar de mí y van a desear haberse podrido en vida antes de haber tocado algo de mí y de mi gente. Now, this is not a fear playing like. This is like as truth. I came on talking for one victim is one victim, but a son of a goddamn, yes, exactly that they are. And a condemned, radical, volunteer one. And it's exactly what they are. So, at the point for this, and to keep on saying what I say, I have been working again. And they kept on making the same because of they wants to duplicate El Jai. And who loves El Jai as victims, suddenly will be mercy. The blood is not going to be bared. And even though the anger is known, but the son of a snake and the degenerate ain't not gonna happen. No more. Now the reality is, I have done Justice and States Bodies advertisement with a very special lyric since yesterday registered, and this degenerados like always done, trying to forging and corrupting databases and the frames of what it is intellectual property and institutionals. And also what it is technological. Like in the whole Nasur, in Brazil, in Mexico, and the registers, Liaison Office, and Thurs saying that Liaison Office will be making damages to the state of Argentina and helping to a supposed criminal, which will be me, and a supposed terrorist, which will be me, with them evangelistas degenerados that keeps on denouncing degeneraciones mentiras to having a coin and coming to Jewish people, my people, and to my friends, my people, our people, to being kidnapped, raped, murdered, and robbing what they got on an invention for the generals of Kirchners and themselves inside Tribunales Argentina, inside Congreso Argentina, inside Presidents Argentina, and wherever they went, including city halls, for the making the mob compound of business of the generados, which brains, carninos, carreras, and anacondias always wanted to be, and crudos, and we see them. And there are few that are put at the threat net with a man aside, for they do act forwarding and toward what they will command. So, in the middle of this all, there is a reverent term that the tiredness and the pain causes exactly. Drop it. Drop it and forget it. Keep on. It doesn't change us. I didn't need to change. I needed to be who I am and be with Adonai. But the problem is that I don't follow with the same on and on like perros de generalazos, créditos de Juzgado Nacional y lo Civil de Primera Instancia, número 88, República Argentina, y degeneradazos infelices creídos de Defensoría del Menor e incapaz, número 7, República Argentina, telling that they knows enough with degeneradazos de cuarta creídos de Cuerpo Médico Forense y estrellas del mundo, cabeza de la salud de esta maldita tierra, Cuerpo Médico Forense, PJN, y asociados, making business about this and telling that they knows me enough and always have, and I will be chancaisto again and consuming drugs and being so violent, and I will have to be internated because of I will be dangerous, crazy one, robbing to Policía Federal Argentina, what I've just done here, unconnected and with my router still off and the router of Rodolo with the whole of the business and coins about Policía Federal Argentina, Gendarmería Nacional Civil, telling this secret of state and an affair of the state of Argentina because of he will be making terrorism robbing with some difficult special effects and some class of a very devices that will receive from liaison office and government of Israel and the Jewish friends of it. So makes the life one and another and makes the business like this tierra de mierda permanently we're giving. With this gestalt, Sodom y Gomorrah, consider of expertises of security, paranormal, and forces Argentina, government, considered to be, and Kirchners and embodies. Ejército de Perros Argentinos, which are exactly the ones that administrates and controls and makes that staging and organization for this, with Kirchners and evangelics of praying. And it's not a lie. Now, keeps on making the same to me and to everybody. Keeps on kidnapping, raping, and murdering people in the... ¿Me la chupas? Tengo ganas que me la chupas, mejor que lo hagas. And I, supposedly, will ever have to come to some boldly because of they will destroy my life if I wouldn't come to ask and blowjob. Like threatening other peoples and telling you better go to the police station and tell them that you want to blowjob because of we are going to kill them all on you. Tierra de mierda y de maricas degenerados y perras infernales y todos los caconellos y todos los degenerados evangelistas igual. By the way, my life were not given, and you keep on deliring, I the liar, Argentinita de mierda, con el perdón de víctima, perros degeneradazos, that you can give my life for I will damage, and for that your parties to have a fun on everything they wants to do about me, that you will give my life to trolazos degenerados, Fuerzas Armadas, Ejército Argentino, y perras evangelistas, that they will determine what to do with me. Perrazo marisca acá, Aníbal Fernández, y todo tu perro de cuarta, que todavía vas matoneando calzado con un fierro que te voy a meter en el orto, matando gente, marica de mierda. Now, Republiki va vergelachili soshak, inchoma pleki ma verfechol blativi soslachma an haraspitari. Shekliki va verfogeliki sosim. Vas a llamar a la gendarmería, vas a llamar a los médicos, vas a llamar a la policía, llamame a la prefectura, llamame a los gendarmes, llamame a los obreros aeroportuarios, no lo permitas. Nothing is hallowed about my person anymore, and you say that you have a problem and the government of the United States of America and the government of Israel sent you when supposed to be under fragnet and no one does. Because of ain't not happening and telling you the heck of a regime and third to coming again to Israel and to us to kidnapping people into liaison office and United Nations for there to work for you. And you threatened to liaison office telling that they helped me to rob you, Policía Federal Argentina, Gendarmería, Kirchners. For if you can kill, to take positions. And to International Court of Justice, and I will be delivering, and I will never be found here. I will be detained for you making the other staging. I will confess again about the 15 years making the shit for kidnapping and raping and murdering people and robbing what they got because of you have a business. And I understand, so you do this also because of I am your business, and I say, hijo de una gran maldita reventada voluntaria puta, te voy a matar. ¿Qué es lo que sos? Criminal de mierda. Delincuente barato. HTTPS www. Should I say pardon, my friends? I am so sick of this and so long saying, I am sorry for the terms warning, minor, and incapable. We don't have incapables around the peoples. No victims. But yes, sensitives. watch out. For the violence itself, for the stimulating itself, be wise and understand what we're fighting, and for oversight, whatever you have to say or doing, or whatever your reaction, forwarding into word, my violence itself, for whatever you want to say or justifying at the non-understanding or confused or stupidities. And the reality of this, with not pejorative and not wanting to offend a victim, the reality is we have a problem and you are about to get in a destruction that we don't need and I never needed, because of the reality is not this shit, but the reality that you killed, which is me. Trying to make. BICMT, BODRT, MCO, MCB, MCI, MCT, F3131, TCAM, TCOV, 98432 555555 DMIC ID F4342 DR TAM TCAB COMPEAT 8543 middle ID CP ODE FAM BOOM 18.20 system recall 5. The whole last those words.